Hello. I forgot to turn on that light. Also, if you're asking why, if you want to know why I'm awake right now, me too. um, hello. So basically, I'm trying to do a um creature that exists in my head, and that's the only place it exists. And yeah, I mean, there's like versions of the creature that exists elsewhere, but yeah. Anyway, basically the creature is made of mana. It is mana incarnate. It's not necessarily any specific kind of magic because my world doesn't really do that. Um, Instead, it is just magic. Hello, Kreia. How are you doing? But it's basically just magic incarnate. And oh, y'all just love that. The spin thing, whatever the fuck that was. Um, anyway, so basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to give it a form. I kind of have some ideas. You're about to go to school, so you're just stopping by for a second. Well, I hope you have a good day at school. Yeah, I know this is like a bad time for literally everyone who watches me. I don't expect anyone to be here today. I'm just like I'm bored. I'm drawing, and might as well stream. Anyway, so I want to draw this creature. I've been kind of like doing like a sketch style for all these. This is actually the last one that I'm really working on right now. Um, but they what I've been doing with them is I've been drawing them all to show them off, and then we give like a detailed explanation about all of them. Even though most of the drawings are sketches, that's fine. I don't really care. Okay, so take care and have fun. I'm gonna go, and I don't want to be late. And I'm half dead. Yeah, you know what? Fair. Good luck. Good luck in school. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh right. So the main thing I want to do is like convey that, say, with these creatures, they are not physical. You cannot you can't touch them. If you try to touch them, your hand will just go through it, and like like you're touching nothing. And I kind of want their bodies to be kind of gloopy at the same time. So like gloopy yet staticky. I don't know. So like say if like what the fuck? Say if you were to like have like a circle and like or like yeah, a circle, whatever. And as long as it's like pushed away from the body, first off, this would be more like say if like it was using like a hand or whatever, it would do like this. It wouldn't do like that. Like it would not have a hard end to the hand. It doesn't have bones and stuff. So yeah. Hello, corpse. Thank you for your daily wild magic. You got fireball. Let's see what I got. Minor illusion. Nice. Anyway, so like that's what I'm trying to do here. Like show here is like it doesn't actually like it kind of just like melts back into itself like with this curve over here and stuff. But I don't know. I kind of know like some of the ways I want to do these creatures because they're like kind of goofy. Like they're kind of just like extremely. innocent creatures to the point to a fault. Um, and because of that, they don't have like they just don't know anything. So they're kind of wonky. They're kind of weird little creatures. I like the idea of them having big heads. I do kind of want it to be like a little bit more like shaped out. But like if I keep on doing this shape, it's gonna look like sands. Like I don't know. I'm not good at art. I'm just gonna draw. Um, but like so like these are two legs technically. Like over here, those are two legs that like it kind of separated into. It kind of like mimics people or other creatures that it sees. So you could have like one that kind of looks like a gloopy fox, or well, not really a fox, but like say Jasper species. You could make one that looks like a gloopy one of them, like like where the legs kind of like oh it's mimicking it, you know, so like legs on either side, but except for because of how their bodies work, the legs are kind of like fused back together, like when it's separated from the body. There's no like sharp corners in its body and stuff. It's just always kind of rounded. But because of how they are, you can kind of see through them and stuff like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's just what I kind of mean. Like because they don't have like a form that really makes sense. They could honestly exist as whatever they see fit. Like here I'm gonna draw this. They do have like a main thing, like where they have a main body as far as like it's like the highest condensation of magic, but around them floats magic in smaller amounts. That's just kind of condensed around them. I could actually have like straight up crystals floating around them, but I don't like that because in my lore, the only way that you interact with them would be through like crystals. Hello, Tony. Thank you for the lurk. I think you're still alive. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, except for trying to get my ideas down for this creature. Like this itself could be like what they can look like, and like Or all these different bits are floating around them and stuff, and they're not connected. They're just there, you know? I don't know. But like this itself could be like a part of the body. And then I could do like can't really form good hands. This is about as good as they can get. Because kind of like have like Lego hands. Or hands that kind of like, but the thing is they don't really need hands is the thing. They just do it for mimicking purposes. I don't know if I want them controlling the outer parts of their bodies or not. It's kind of a little goober here. Maybe I should have them having a core, like one specific core that is also that is like a crystal or something, because they have something to do with the crystals. Have it be inside their head. And I don't know what I don't like these eyes. I'll be honest, I don't like those eyes. I do kind of like the sketchy style of this though, but this is probably gonna be like the one creature that I actually will color because like the others, they don't get color. And I might draw like several examples of this one. The different ways that these can form, different aspects of them. This weird creature that should, by all, like, as far as the world is concerned, is not not meant for it. Not something that you would expect. This thing definitely wants to take the shape of people because that's how it wants to interact with them. Maybe I do have it to control the magic outside of its body. Maybe it can kind of control that magic. I don't like this leg. Like I like the idea. No consistency, none of that. Just is kind of just there being a dude. There isn't really a depth perception for this creature because outside of where the magic is, because since it has no physical form, it can't have shadows. You can just like the light kind of oddly that you don't know exactly if this thing's giving off light or if the light's bouncing off it. They exist in a way that baffles all who research them. Yet their existence, why they exist, is known. You think Blackstar would be a good name for Lucaria? I don't know what else to name it. It looks fierce in its mega form. Um, I could see it, but you could also name it Goku because at one point they had the same voice talent. At least in the English or Japanese, I don't remember which one. Mm. We need another lot of people, but like different. Yeah, I don't know what else to name it, honestly. It looks like a little slime just floating there. Upside down Rimuru and stuff. It could work though as a name. Something fighting or assassin related. Um, yeah. You could also lean into the steel side of things. Since it is fighting steel. Kind of like the idea of like some some pieces that like didn't get separated correctly, just kind of floating here. Or like it's like kind of like left here after the split, and it's just kind of just didn't break off completely. I think that helps give it the illusion of in fact, let me kind of drop this out of this. If only they made China Lucario gray and black, that'd be cool. Yeah, instead it is yellow. Hello.
Pat, pat, pat.
Thank you for the head pats. Oh, you got Lego shoes. That's unfortunate, Aaron. How you doing, Aaron? Why are you still up? I thought you were went to bed like a while ago. That was a long head pat. What in the world? Nah, I woke up at like 8 a.m. 8 again, fighting with bio stuff at the moment. Oh no. Like kind of like a chunk here. That was like, I don't know, maybe make this rounder. And like still not round. How goes art? Well, I'm trying to create this species here. It's made out of mana, and I'm trying to make it very blob-like. But like, I also kind of want it to be like its form is very unstable, and it kind of just mimics things and melds back into itself whenever it's not. Like here is like it when it's pretty melded back together. Like it's sticking its hands out a bit, but like that's about it. Like this hand here is probably melting into the top of that leg, even though you can't see it. But I don't like the eyes here. I do like the head shape in general, but like without the eyes, it's kind of. I feel like it needs the eyes. I don't know. I'm just vibing, seeing what works, what doesn't. kind of like the idea that I'm going with now, where like it's definitely not the most stable. Maybe not there though. Mm. But I need like eyes still, like on this thing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just testing things. The species is I knew was gonna be like the hardest one for me to draw because it's just different. It's not necessarily humanoid, it's just mimics humans typically. I guess that's a good thing to start with. It would be what do they look like normally? And I feel like they would try to look jagged, but just fail because they can't look jagged. They can't bring their body to a point. I mean, thing is with the species is it's a very so like this species, this is like some lore stuff about them. They're they're straight up born from magic. There's like part of the world where they're born more in, created from, or uh come from more often. But they're usually when magic from crystals becomes too great at too quickly for things to crystallize when magic starts going wild. Like the world's magic that is. And when it doesn't get the chance to crystallize or there's nowhere for it to crystallize, it will like become embodied. They'll gain a consciousness. And that's like a whole thing with it. So what does a consciousness that doesn't necessarily like that's just like a like a culmination of energy. What does that look like? Is the answer a slime? I'm kidding, but what if I not? Like, do I just do a sphere? Not like that. I could do just a sphere, and like how this one started. Not really a sphere, but like just uh roundish body. Maybe I do. I think I might still have like it having a crystal inside of it, like form. The one like I wouldn't even say it's like a core because I kind of want the whole point about them is that they can't be killed with a normal like through hostile means. The only way that they can be is by like making them be absorbed, make their magic be absorbed and used. So they could be like magic. It could be like crystals that like begin forming in their body. Whenever they consume too much from the crystals in the world, they absorb too much. Starts giving them a physical form, which could lead to like technically could lead to like things like golems and stuff. But I don't know because I don't like that idea. I wouldn't mind them having like small pieces of crystals, slivers, that are forming. But I feel like they'd be almost like waste to them. Like I said, if they eat too much, they absorb too much magic. They don't dispel it. Or maybe it's what happens when one of these sits for too long, doesn't interact with the world enough after being born, doesn't use its power enough, and its power starts to stagnate, starts crystallizing, returning to nothing. These creatures have a very unique existence within the lore. They're not one of mankind. They're not one of humanity. Like they're not like the exact same as the other main creatures, but they are like the other species. But they're very much important piece in it. Then let's see. Round this out a bit more. But that would be like excess magic anyway, so like excess magic or magic that's simply stagnated. I want these creatures who are so in tuned with the magic of the world, or in with magic, yet they are not able to actually create it on their own. Um, to definitely still be fragile, even if it's not in the same way that the other species are. Not the same way that the elves are compared to the so-called elves are. Exchange for their magics. These can't get sick, but they can crystallize. I like this idea. Like where this is headed. They can also become to yeah, like this, because if it eats too much, it'll crystallize. If it's too stagnant, it'll start, well, maybe I won't crystallize, but then it could like start losing control. How about that? If it eats too much, it could happen like this. Yeah, that one there. If it isn't active enough, is that one. And then if it's like good and healthy, it can be like more like that one, where it can control it, or where it's like it's not too stagnant and stuff. The one fact I know about the species is most of them do not survive. Because most of them don't live long enough to. They know too little about themselves in order to. I'm gonna go fully in depth about like all of this and like in like something in the future. But I still don't like this design. Like I do, but I hate like the eyes. Just make them more haunting. I don't like that. Because I want them to have faces, but I don't know how exactly I would do that. Given that these things don't really have depth. Like they do, but they don't cast shadows. Hmm. I don't know. There. I don't know. Because I kind of want the eyes here like sunken in, but it's kind of like hard to depict. You know? It's kind of like hard to. I could just do like line faces and stuff like that. It's just like they kind of speak, they kind of like react in emoticons. Their just face is just is just this. Like that should be the faces. What do y'all think? Hold on, let me draw a serious one, you know. This is why I should not be given artistic freedom. That'll do. That kind of works for like a face. I would say their color probably reacts to their emotions. So if like they're happy, they're warmer colors, and if they're sad, uh they're cooler, and then if they're hungry, you know, they're also like stuff like that. Now, they can speak, they can play, they can I want them to be able to laugh, even though they don't have like the mechanisms for it. They just kind of speak and laugh like that through magic, which would take up energy from them. 'Cause this is like one that has mostly stayed still, I assume. It's going to have all of its pieces rather close to its body. With very few outliers. Like in general, they may not even have that many. So I'm still not happy with this. With these two. Um Really all any of them. I do like the direction of this one, but I think I overdid it on this one. And then this one kind of shows what I wanted it to. Maybe that's a good thing though. Maybe it being like this unstable like sketch thing kind of works for this one because yeah, I can make this one the unstable one. None of these are like particularly healthy though. This one's like the best shot at being a healthy one, but that's about it. I guess I should like refine these a bit and then color them. Ooh, wait, I want a crystal kind of like sticking out. Yeah, like that, like it's trying to dispose of them before it like because otherwise it could crystallize. That means it's also like losing magic as it does. Okay, let me go to a new layer, and I'm going to like try to do all these like pretty cleanly. But to do that, let me sit up and not draw thickest fucking lines that you've ever seen. Or the thinnest, what the hell. But Aaron, I hope that you watching has given you an idea how art goes. I think I answered your question, but I'm not sure. So, yeah. Because this one will probably be the colored one, so I can give it like the detail that it needs. Yeah. Probably just going to give this one. Also, if you are watching the VOD of this and you're not listening to music as well, why are you doing that to yourself? This is like one of the late night streams that like I have music playing for a reason. I'm not erasing that, any of that. Well, actually, I'll erase it a little bit down here, but that's just so I can continue that line better. Yeah, this one's definitely one that like was too active in absorbing. So now it's like falling apart. It can't hold its magic together. It might survive. It might not. I'm not sure. I actually like this species, like in concept at least, because it allowed me to solve like a couple problems that my world had. But at the same time, it's definitely one of the more challenging species to work with. Because the problem with like the reason this species is like so hard is because they're just like they don't follow the same rules as everyone else. They're not solid. They're um they're not even like they don't have there's no physical form. Hello, Posa, how are you? How are you doing? And let's get an exclamation mark Posa in chat. I guess it would be like 2 o'clock for you right now. 2:30-ish. I'm good. How late is it for you? I think, didn't we say that we had like a 12-hour difference? If I remember right. Yeah, it's 2:30. It's 2:33. Yeah, I'm up late tonight. But I needed to get some artwork done on this and other things, so here I am. But how are you? How's your day going? No, I don't want that shape. I like that shape more. She got like that. It's just like bending in on itself. Days well, I've been sick for the past 2, 3 days. You're recovering it? I'm glad that you're feeling a bit better, but still that stinks. I'm sorry that you've been ill. So I've been drawing I hope you're better by your like you said you're gonna do a stream, I think, and then going on a hiatus again or something, right? So I'm drawing a species from my world, one of like the major playing species in the world of my lore. Um and yeah, I'm just drawing one of those species. This is like the most unique one. It's a being made entirely of raw mana. Um, that has been that was like released too quickly or like created too quickly for the world to crystallize, and so now it just kind of exists. Jade, your mind is so cool. How do you think of this? Um, well, usually it's because I see a plot hole and um and then I try to solve it. This plot hole, the plot hole that led to this creature is why my world doesn't have wars. And it's essentially because if there's wars, once the wars are over, these creatures get created a lot and they bring mass destruction, which there's more to it than just that, but like that's like the oversimplification of it. And that has to do with like how magic is created in the first place. Because magic in my world is created from like you bringing order to chaos. Like your body regulating temperature, for example, creates magic. So so the peace that comes after a war, yeah, that's going to create a whole lot of magic. And then it's just a unilateral destruction as these creatures, in their attempts to play, these beings of complete magic, just destroy everything in their attempt, including themselves in their attempt to play. Um, yeah, I really like this creature. I love the no mouth and happy eyes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, the thing is, it's supposed to be kind of like sunken divots, but like these creatures don't give off shadows. These creatures don't give off shadows. And because of that, they it makes it kind of like hard to do eyes. Mm. Wait, no. Start off strong and then oh, that's too strong. There. This was like see, see, this was like the healthy one. This one's like the healthy one over here. This one's the one that's like been consuming too much magic. And this is the one that's been too stagnant. And like is beginning to crystallize. And it crystallizing is basically it dying. This one's dying because it's like having issues and could potentially die because it absorbed too much magic and it's now losing control of it. But yeah. Looks like an angry pufferfish. What, this one? Or this one? The stagnant one? Yeah. Kind of figured that you meant that one after went back and looked at it. I was like, you know what? I can see it. Oh, that's kind of rough. Ah, come on. The main thing about this like designing process is just like making sure everything flows right. Meaning that the strokes have to be really good. I couldn't make them look staticky like I wanted to. Let me draw this little mana creature's cheeks already. Damn. That's, you know, sometimes you just have to erase something to redraw it. You working on any cool pixel arts at the moment? Are you been busy or something, or have you been busy? I really like that Mitsusune. It's like I said, I told you, it's one of my favorites. Like one of my favorite monsters. Yeah, so I think these creatures can kind of. Sorry, AFK for a bit. So I hope I didn't miss anything. Oh, I was just saying. I hope I was asking if you have worked on any new pixel arts lately, besides like the Misasune. Not working on anything big. No, currently working on a big. Oh, that's a calm. Okay. You weren't happy with it? Oh, it was so good though. That's fair. If you're not happy with it, like as the original creator or as a creator, you always want to be happy with it. Come on, I didn't like that. I'm gonna just do this, erase that part, and then I'm going to make it kind of look like that here. Like that better. Okay. Hmm. Stat line, that's the issue. Okay. Now I can color these. Um, let's see, what color should I do? Honestly, the color could be where I bring in the chaos of it, like where it's like kind of hard to know. Where was it? I saw something. Is it a painting? I'm gonna try that one. I feel like starting with like a greenish color is kind of like required. See, this one is like the one that I'm gonna have to um kind of fill in more precisely. The others, especially the what's it called? The one where the magic's going wild. That one's gonna have like the lines kind of blurred. Okay. Coloring is the best part. Agreed. I might have used too light or too heavy of an opacity. I don't think it's like notice it enough whenever I'm going over an area twice. Um, and also I've realized something. I'm actually gonna have to erase all of this. We Daily Wild Magic. Hello, Wizard Z. How are you doing and why are you awake? What color should I make the crystals starting first? Let's do purple. Nice, rich purple. These will have high opacity. Let's use a different one. Labor Day tomorrow, so forget, I guess. Yeah. Well, that's fair. Hope you're doing good. So you playing a game recently? I can't remember which one. The you and Soup and the Breakfast Club. I can't. Was it? It wasn't Played Up. What was it? Yeah, it's a government holiday. A lot of places have off work. Um, Supermarket. Yeah, yeah. I was lurking. I think I had a really bad migraine during that, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, and I'm sorry I missed it. Yeah. I mean, it was later. If I remember right, it was later. Okay. Now I'm going to do like 50% back. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep this one mostly in the lines. By later, I mean it was early enough. It was like earlier for you, but no. I'm gonna start over here because I need this. Can't see, the thing is I can't lift up my pencil at all during this initial coloring phase. Because if I do, then I have to like redo that entire area or the entire thing again. Okay. Now then, go back in these areas. Oh, Posa, I had a friend beat Fatalis for the first time in World uh earlier today in Monster Hunter World. Okay. So that's gonna be like the stable one. The two stable one. You know, that one's fine. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. This one's gonna be a lot crazier. I think I want this one to be like red, orange, reddish. Like you can discern a shape for these, but they're not like. Oh, actually, let me just take this and turn it up like there. You can see like the magic leaking out in small bits. Small bits, I said. Also, I'm gonna shrink this down. That's a smidge more. But so you really with the stream that the KLX stream that you missed was when I was streaming for 5 hours the other day, and then it turned into just me giggling by the end of it because there's so many people there, and I was just giggling over and over, playing golf. Oh, there's an ad. Never mind. Welcome back from the ads. Do you need a break from the ads? You playing golf? No, no, no. I was playing. So we started with Guilty Gear Strive, and we moved on to Crab Champions. Which I found out that apparently my friend had played another Crab's Treasure, and apparently, she had run into like a ton of bugs playing it. But yeah, we were playing Crab Champions for a while, and then we played golf with like 8 other people, and it got crazy. Okay, this one I'm gonna add a little shadow right there. Um, to add a little thickness. The thickness comes in from you just seeing it like layer over itself. Okay, so that's bad right there. What color should we do this last one in? The one that's like I like it's definitely gonna be a bluer color. Ooh, that second layer doesn't do much opacity wise. Let's do like that maybe. That does something. This one's going to be kind of interesting to color in. Since it has a lot of parts that kind of fold over itself. Like these hands, for example. They're going to be interesting. Okay. I guess technically you should be able to see like some parts that go behind them as well. But I didn't think about that till now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Like this one that goes behind, I left that shadow there, but like normally you wouldn't be able to see it. Then here. Here is going to get double layer. Okay. So like these go like the 3 different forms of this. Hold on, give me a second. We're just gonna do this real quick while I go back to the gallery because this thing telling me about the drop tool is kind of annoying me. And I didn't know if I still had something up there. Okay. So now then, y'all are getting a sneaky preview of stuff. Um, merge down. Yeah, just gonna rub your head a little bit. Yeah. I'm gonna have to uh adjust these. All of them. Ah, fuck. Okay, position wise. Damn it. I'm doing this. Why are you saying AO? What did I say? What sus thing did I say? I'm gonna shrink this one. Sneak peek. Oh no, not sus. Oh, I thought I said something sus. Yeah, sneak peek. Let me bring this back up. Okay. Yeah, sneak peek. The silly little drawings I did. Where I poorly drew all the main races of my world, or main species of my world, rather. Um, let me. Oh shh. Okay, never mind. I'm good. Let me go back over here. Why do I keep doing this? Okay. Dwarf's your favorite? Dwarf was the latest, but I will say none of these are actual dwarves. Like none of them are actually the species. Um, like it's just, well, like, because they're all just like, that's the thing that translates the best over to like, it's a whole translation thing, and it basically just allows, and that the out of lore reason is just because it allows me to not have to come up with new species names for tropes that we already know, like having pointy ears or having animal features. But a lot of the tropes are also going to be different and stuff like that. I actually really love the elf one, the elf sketch. Um, it looks so dumb, and it's very sketch. It's very much a sketch, but yeah, Manaling's thing over here. Um, this is also like the scale of all these creatures, although Manalings could be like way bigger as well. It's just if you have too much at once, you're gonna have a bad time. Where you can like control it all. I drew the dwarf and the human before stream, and that session was like, I should probably stream. I should probably stream that. I might clean them up more. Probably not. Maybe Elf will get another touch up. Maybe Elf and Beastskin will. Before we get started. But these are the main ones. These are the main things to focus on because they're like the things that are like unique to my world. Huh? The PPG. What does that mean? I hope you love the shoes. I love my shoes. Like for the human and the dwarf. Ah, they're great. Powerpuff Girl. No, not the Powerpuff Girls. That's funny. That's really funny. That's so goofy. My favorite out of these three is probably the green one with the purple shards. I actually really like that one. I think that one turned out really well. But yeah, I'm just going to I know whenever I do cover this whenever I do cover species in my thing, then it's going to piss off a lot of people because it's like, how dare you not give the dwarves a beard? And it's like, well, guess what? Not all my dwarves have beards. Fuck you. They're not actual dwarves. It's just a way to say it. Okay, now I'm drawing something else. Which ironically might appear first before it. But probably not. Probably not. I'll probably cover the species before I cover like how magic itself works in my world. Let's just get like a little sapling going. I don't know how the fuck you draw a sapling. Where the fuck does one look like one? That'll work. Yeah, I'm drawing like things way out of order, but that's okay. It's legitimately been forever since I last drew a tree of any kind. But I was like, yeah, this works as a showcase of like what how magic works in the world, the different ways it can work. It's just yeah, I just want to give a example of like different ways that everything works. So hopefully people will understand like my ideas for this. You know what show I know I've spoken about it, but you know what show I rewatched recently? It was Bochi the Rock. And as for the first time as well, it's such a good show. No, I'm not gonna do any setup. Leaves there. It's just such an enjoyable show. I will do one little twig there. I don't need to, but I want to. Looks lonely there. Anyway, shitty sapling. Except for this is way too big. I just want to move you. There. I still gotta watch Bochi. It's such a good show. I love it. Okay, so the question I have for y'all: do you want the very artistic tree to be on the right or the left? The other tree is going to be more chaotic. grown. And which do you want me to draw first? Do you want me to draw the chaos one, or do you want me to draw the one that's like planned out? What's the question? Whether you want the chaotic tree, okay, you want the chaos tree drawn first. Okay, do you want it to be on the right side or the left side? That's my question. Chaotic one. We're going to do the chaotic one, but do you want it to be drawn on the right side or the left side? Which is the more chaotic side to you? I say chaotic, it just means like less controlled, is what I mean. That's an interesting question. Well, I'll start drawing it on the right side for middle. No, the middle's taken up by a little sapling. I should have known. Left then? Okay, left. Okay. So the chaotic tree is going to be very sketch-like, you know, and the main things about it, hmm? It's gonna be more sketch-like, like in the when it grows, you won't know exactly how it will. Hold on. I know like the first thing you do is like kind of draw like the stump and all, but then you draw like these branches too, and then you kind of I don't think I have enough room if I'm going to draw this big. Let me shrink this down a bit. We're going old school, you know, really fucking shoddy, like, you know what I mean? You don't know how to draw a tree. That's the kind of tree we're looking for. But honestly, even if I did know how to draw a tree, I would, and even if it wasn't going for that, I still would do this because I don't know how to draw a tree. I do know one thing. Not this way. What am I doing? Do you know that Core Keeper is getting an update soon? That makes me really happy. Or no, he already got his update actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I already got his update now that I think about it. Okay. Why did I give it that? It's already out. Yeah, yeah. The 1.0 is already out. Soup and I are probably gonna restart our world because since it is out and all, we want to experience it all again. They added mage builds. You can now be a mage, a proper mage. This is like the kind of tree that like take this top. I don't want this top. Like I definitely want this tree to like scream tree, but not like it's like a well thought out one. I like that better before. Like yeah, I just want this tree to scream tree. Okay, that is tree. You know. I don't know. I think it works. It's not a well planned out tree or anything like that. It definitely doesn't look artistic. The other tree is going to be more thought out, more designed. What should we? I'm gonna look at bonsai trees for this one. Which ironically are just normal trees that you just take care of. Why is Google dying on me? Is images Google Images down? What? Hmm. Okay. So a bonsai tree is gonna. This one's gonna be like more. Like wrapped up, like more artistic. Like you can definitely tell, like it was controlled. which ironically is going to make it look a little bit more chaotic, but bonsai trees are actually just normal saplings that are like you control like the nutrients of more. That you just control the nutrients of them more. And it gives you smaller tree. Like that's it. It's still a normal tree, but that has and it's just been like one that's been like taken really good care of in order to give it the effect that you're wanting. You control what you feed it. Yeah, so like they control like they clip excess roots. They clip how they control like how much sunlight it gets, how much nutrients like you give it soil and all that stuff. Like you can plant a bonsai tree and within like in normal soil and given enough time it'll start to um it will turn into a normal tree, turn back into a normal tree. Yeah, yeah, it's really interesting. Ugh, those leaves are awful. Those are sure are something. This one, I'm gonna say, is supposed to look like a group of mushrooms. Totally not because I can't draw. So even though this is like the same, this is gonna be like, oh yeah, these were the same sapling. However, um, one was like artistically like controlled. It took them a lot of time and effort to grow it like this. The other one, I want to do this. The other one like grew a lot faster. And there's like again to explain magic, different ways of using magic. We're just gonna put a little mushroom up here. Okay. I suggest looking up though. It's really neat how bonsai trees are made. I don't know, a lot of times they use splicing as well to make it work. They splice two trees together in order to do it. Actually, a lot of like agriculture is done using splicing. With like for for foods and stuff. Like you'll do see it a lot with like tomato plant stems are used. Um, a lot of times. Oh shoot, I'm messing this up. Hmm. Like tomato plant stems are used a lot of times and like grafted on like other plants are grafted onto the top because like tomato plant stems are like better at absorbing water or something, like are better at rooting and stuff and can help like fight diseases and stuff like that for like the tree or the whatever plant is like coming off of. It's pretty neat stuff. Agriculture is really cool. Does that make sense? Yes, it kind of does. Okay. Are you a plant mom? Do you own any plant babies? No, I don't. I have a cat, and I don't really want to sort through what and what not will be dangerous for her. Um, so, but I was taught a lot of stuff because of my dad. He loves plants. Um, I do have a tree technically somewhere, but I don't know. No, I will actually erase this top one to make it look more like a mushroom. In fact, I'm going to erase the separation here and then make it yeah, like that. So you can kind of see that oh yeah, it was the same one. This one might get color. This one gets color, I think. No, no. Okay. I'm gonna go back to that paintbrush. That I think it's okay. I'm trying to get my parents in to pursue a hobby so they can obsess over me less. I think it's a combination family problem. Oh, it's so cute. I'm glad your dad has a hobby. Yeah, well, he also just grows a lot of his own food and stuff. Um, he just grows a lot of his own food and stuff. It's cheaper in the long run and stuff like that. Wait, am I on the correct layer? Yes. Cool. Actually, we'll turn down the opacity. Um, I kind of like the blotchy style of this. Shoot, that's a little too blotchy though. That's not big enough. There we are. The I don't know. My dad's always like liked farming and stuff. Like he doesn't just have he his I wouldn't even consider it a hobby. More of just it's like it's his life. Like he just does it. Like he's his law office. He's a lawyer. Has a garden in the background. Again, it's not even a small one. I remember we had to move over a ton of materials in a day before. Like I had to move like a ton of bricks, a literal ton of bricks. Or really it was paving stones. So he could have his garden looking the way he wanted it. And that was like after a weekend where we built um after we built him raised beds so that way could stop dealing with weeds growing in his garden as often. But since then, hogs have like destroyed his garden. Or like his raised beds and stuff. I don't know whether or not he's fixed them. I have to be so careful here because I don't mind going out of the lines or not filling in everything perfectly because it is supposed to be like my character like drawing things. But oof. Hogs like pigs. Yes, yes, that kind. That kind. Um yeah, there's been like a bunch of like wild hogs in the area and stuff. Um they've just like destroyed his garden. He was upset, to say the least. I mean, to be fair, I would as well. I'd be as well. Because he puts a lot of work into it. And now he has to like rebuild all these boards and stuff. Oh, if I go back over an area, it lightens it up. Interesting. I should kind of like that brush. Then how does he deal with the hogs? They have taken care of some of it, like the city has, because it's been a serious problem for like a lot of people. Um, but yeah, um, gun. That's my dad's favorite spell, unfortunately. And I know I could like make all of these like a different color or something. But the point is these were all the same thing. And via certain magics, you can turn it into different things. Different styles of magic, rather. Okay. Now let me bring this back and then bring this back. Ooh. Turn down that thickness a bit. Ooh. There. Okay. Um. Ooh, those that was my fingers. They're behind my head when they popped though. So if you heard that, oh gosh. Okay. Nice cracks. That's my back now. Why my chair? My chair as well. My chair screams. Okay. It is now 4 in the morning for me. So or almost 4 in the morning for me. So I should probably find someone to raid. But I don't think anyone I do have people to raid. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that was really loud. I am so sorry, y'all. We're gonna be raiding another Archmage, but this Archmage isn't a little scaredy cat, and will play horror games. Um, so yeah, we're gonna be raiding Archmage Hero. Actually, let me check to make sure that he's actually at his screen right now. He is. Okay, good. Yeah, we're gonna be raiding Archmage Hero, and yeah. Anyway, I hope you have a good night, everyone, or good day if you're Posa existing in the future. Um, anyway, um, yeah, I hope you have a good one, everyone, and I'm going to go ahead and head on out. All that you've seen today is kind of a sneak peek for the a future thing that I'll announce properly on my affiliate anniversary stream. Um, so look forward to that. Um, until then, have a good one. Yes, yes, thank you, thank you. Anyway, y'all have a good one, and bye bye.